This space has been a little neglected lately. So today I'm giving my patio a full reset by cleaning, styling, and turning it into an earthy garden party space without breaking the bank. Before we can get to any of the fun parts, I'm starting by removing everything away from the fireplace so I can really clean the stone and hearth properly. It's one of those areas that doesn't look that bad until you start washing it and realize it definitely is. From there, I continue power washing the rest of the patio, the side table, pulling algae out of the rug, and then the windows, because at this point I've made a complete mess. I also go over the furniture and cushions, and just a heads up, be really careful when you're power washing fabric. If you get too close, you can tear it open, speaking from past experience. I move over to the wooden blinds, which were covered in dust and pollen. And unfortunately, this isn't coming across on camera, but in person this made a huge difference. Then the windows, countertop, and grill. I did want to give a quick update on the Birdhouse. We've officially had visitors, which is very exciting. What's not exciting is that he's been picking off all the moss from the roof. Ya está destruyendo la arriba. Pero está picando todo lo verde.
Es las semillas que cayeron.
Once everything has dried, I wanted to share with you a quick hack I'm sure most of you already know about. If you have black metal that's starting to look faded, you don't necessarily have to repaint it. Using just a little WD-40, you can immediately bring it back to life. This takes just a few minutes and will last a couple of months, maybe longer without much rain. At this point, everything is finally clean, except for me. So I'm gonna go get myself together, and then we can start on some simple pies and cocktails for when everyone gets here. For the pies, I found these mini graham cracker crust, which I find to be the perfect size for individual servings. Into a bowl, I'm adding 1 8-ounce can of crushed pineapple with the juice, 1 packet of vanilla pudding mix, and 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Mix that together until everything is combined, and then fold in 1 cup of sour cream. Once it's smooth, I'll go ahead and fill each crust and place them in the fridge to chill. Once those are setting, I'm making little nests for the top. This is just half a cup of sugar and 1.5 tablespoons of water brought to a boil until it turns a light amber color. I'm using these silicone ice sphere molds, but you could also use the back of a spoon. A little bit of oil so it doesn't stick, and then quickly stringing the sugar back and forth in one direction, then crossing it the other way until it looks like it'll hold together. Once they cool, I trim them slightly so they look a little cleaner. Now for plating. I'm going to carefully remove these from the tins. Carefully, Blake. Add a little shaved coconut and whipped cream over the top, and then the sugar nest with 3 mini chocolate eggs inside. For the cocktail, I'm starting with the garnish. I'm taking a marshmallow, cutting it diagonally to create little bunny ears, cutting a slit in the bottom so it sits on the glass, and dipping the sticky side into yellow sugar. I almost did pink so it would read more like ears, but I wanted them to tie in with the pies and the napkins I'll be using on the table. For the drink, this is a simple margarita. 2 ounces of tequila, this one was gifted to me by my brother-in-law from Mexico, but anything you have on hand will work. 1 ounce of Cointreau, 1 ounce of lime juice, and about 3/4 of an ounce of cream of coconut for a little sweetness. You can always add more if you like it sweeter. Shake, pour, and add the bunny ears on top. Now back outside to put everything together, I start by adding the cushions back. I did consider replacing all of them, but after doing the math, I decided against it. So instead, I'm layering in pillows for a visual and more economical solution. I found these lumbar pillows at Home and added those to the chairs, and then some solid square pillows to the sofa, along with the matching pattern pillows in front. For the side table, I add a small arrangement of succulents, and then this aloe plant to the coffee table, which I've somehow managed to keep alive for a couple years now. Over by the ivy, I brought out the plant from my kitchen island. It needed more sun and was not doing very well inside. I think it'll be much happier out here. Near the grill, I add a Boston fern to my favorite planter, and on the opposite side, I used the planter I turned into a candle for Valentine's Day and filled it with artificial tulips, keeping it clean so I can easily turn it back into a candle later. And of course, the clouds start rolling in. It's always a little risky having gatherings outside, especially in the spring. If it's just a sprinkle, we're covered. Anything heavier and we'll have to just move everything inside. For the table, I start with a simple white runner. Then I layer in these jute placemats from Hobby Lobby, which are perfect for outdoors and will work for both spring and summer. On top of that, white charger plates, then yellow cotton napkins folded lengthwise and wrapped across the chargers. And then these green plates I found from Williams-Sonoma. Each one is slightly different in color and texture, and I love that irregularity. I came across these gold rechargeable lamps with their white shades at Walmart, and I have to say I'm pretty impressed with the quality, though I can't speak to longevity at this point. I did pick the best from the bunch, but that's just me being extra picky. They have different color temperature settings. I always use the warmest one, and they also dim for the evening. And in between those, I placed 2 small green bunnies to really lean into that garden theme a little more.